So, coming from CNBC, Meta is trying to sell AI agents to businesses in latest effort to diversify away from ads. And I'm going to say something pretty shocking here. When you look at what they're actually talking about, this kind of sort of makes sense. I mean, I'm not sure it's worth all the investment he's putting into it. like the product that they're trying to deploy actually does make sense, and it does seem like there is real economic value to what they're doing. I'm not sure if there's like 100 or 200 billion dollars of economic value in it, but at least there is some. So one of the things we've been seeing with Meta for the past number of years is Mark Zuckerberg has been going through a midlife crisis for a long time, right? He created Facebook. He was king. He was a visionary, when Facebook was created. After that, he bought Instagram and he bought WhatsApp, and everybody thought he was a genius. And then that was a long time ago, right? They bought Oculus because they were then going to go in the VR, AR world, and that didn't really go anywhere. And so he's trying to grasp at relevancy. So then he jumps into the AI world, and now we hear Meta, and Meta is like doing all this stuff with AI where they're creating their own models. They want to create humanoid robots. That's the thing that they're going to do. They're going to create AI hardware. They're going to create AI business systems or whatever else. Basically what you see is that Mark Zuckerberg just wants to do anything in the world other than run Facebook. Even Mark Zuckerberg doesn't like Facebook anymore. And so it's been very weird, right? We've just been watching this entire shotgun effect of him trying to go after something that might be valuable that's not, Facebook or whatever. So what's kind of curious with this is they've been creating these AI tools, and one of the things that they've been going after is basically business systems. Because, when you think about Facebook or you think about Meta, you think Excel and Exchange, that goes there. But anyways, that's one of the things that they've been talking about, right? Was it Manu? Is it called Manu? They went after this one company. They bought a Chinese company for $2 billion. That might be getting rolled back. But there's all this stuff where they're trying to figure out. They know that AI is valuable, supposedly, so they're trying to figure they're in for AI. So what's interesting about this, with this particular, the AI agents and the services that they're planning to sell, is this is actually going to be systems to be used within the kind of Meta ecosystem, right? So whether it's Facebook, whether it's WhatsApp, whether it's Instagram, the idea is coming up with AI agents to do things like respond to customers, right? So imagine you have an Instagram account and you're showing off, like I'm walking on a beautiful beach somewhere, like I'm on Saint-Tropez with my Raspberry Pi 4, and somebody's like, ooh, I'd like to walk on Saint-Tropez with a Raspberry Pi 4. Where can I get a Raspberry Pi 4 at? And so imagine if somebody could just put that in a little comment section of Instagram, and then an AI agent would automatically give them a link. Like, oh, well, we buy our Raspberry Pis from Adafruit, and if you use our, affiliate code, you'll get $3 off. Right, that kind of thing. Or if somebody says, ooh, I'm thinking about, I can't go to Saint-Tropez, but I'm thinking about going to Key West. So if I'm going to Key West, should I be walking around with a Raspberry Pi 4? Or would it be cooler to have a Pico on my arm? And right, imagine if there's a little AI agent to say, well, yeah, when I'm in Saint-Tropez, I like the Raspberry Pi 4, but I gotta say, when I go to these other beach locations, I really prefer to walk around with a microcontroller, right? Anyways, imagine if you have AI agents to be able to answer those kind of questions. That's kind of what's going on here, which makes sense. I'll give it to Zuckerberg. Every once in a while, it makes sense. Meta's effort to push forward beyond ads and to make money from AI is now targeting the red-hot market of AI agents. The company said Wednesday that a new Meta Business Agent feature can be used across apps like WhatsApp, Messenger, and Instagram to respond to customer inquiries, recommend products, and book appointments. It will be included in a business-focused subscription tier for Meta One, which the company introduced last week as a way to package premium services to creators and companies. Meta also said at the time that it would begin begin testing subscription services for its Meta AI app and website. Quote, today, I want to introduce Meta Business Agent, giving every business of any size an agent to talk to customers and to help run your operation, Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg said in a prepared remarks for a company event in London. Now, a clothing shop in Birmingham or a bakery in Sao Paulo can offer the same always-on, highly personalized experience as a major brand. And that is an interesting... That's an interesting path to go down, right? Because now all these social media sites have been around forever. But one of the things you have to think about is the argument for social media when you go back to 2009, right? Is like when I looked at Facebook back then. I thought, as I've talked about before, I just thought that was like SMTP 2.0 or 3.0. Like when I looked at Twitter, I just thought it was RSS 2.0, right? We had these protocols, we had these systems, but they were very server-based systems, right? You had to spin up a server, which means everything that goes along with spinning up a server in order to provide these services. So one of the ideas is like, well, you can have your own website, but then there's all this stuff that goes into the website. Or you can create a page on Facebook for your business, and basically you have no administrative overhead for running that page, right? It's accessible all around the world. You get all of these additional features, like people can follow your page and that type of deal. And all that you quote unquote have to pay for it is simply to have ads along the side. You're like, oh, that makes sense, right? So a lot of, here in Asheville, 90% of businesses have Facebook pages because they don't want to deal with hosting their own website, right? That makes sense, right? Again, if you're thinking about setting up an RSS feed, you're like, oh, I'm thinking about setting an RSS feed for my organization or company or whatever else. It's like, why set up an RSS feed? Look, you can just go to Twitter, right? And with Twitter, you can set up your little feed. They'll just put some little ads along the side and it's easier, right? One of the things to be thinking about in the technology world is when we scale, is the idea is that if you have one server, you need one administrator. If you have 100 servers, you need 2 administrators. If you have 1,000 servers, you need 3 administrators. And if you have 10,000 servers, you need 4 administrators, right? Basically, the resources required for each new user or whatever else are just infinitely small, just incredibly, incredibly small. Right? So the idea is that if you have more and more people using the same infrastructure, the per user cost to support those users just goes down to basically zero. So it is kind of interesting to be thinking about this is what if this is the social media moment for artificial intelligence? The idea of Instead of building your own servers for AI or that type of thing, what if a social media company can start providing AI services the way that they've been providing kind of social media services for the past 20 years? That might be an interesting entry point into the AI world, right? Again, using basic, very simple chatbots, right? Imagine if Facebook system can interact with your inventory control system. So imagine I go to your Facebook page and it's like, hey, I'm thinking about coming to your store this afternoon. I just want to make sure if you have this shoe in stock. And it can say, yes, we have that shoe in stock. Or it can say, no, we don't have that shoe in stock, but if you know you want that shoe, we can order it for you. And imagine all of that being able to be done. And again, that simple kind of AI chat functionality, that does not require a hell of a lot of GPU resources in order to provide those types of services. And that might also be the interesting thing too, to be thinking about with Meta, is if they actually care about cost. So that's got to be the big thing for 2026, 2027, is figuring out the cost for AI services. So one of the interesting things here with Meta too, is what if they start focusing on AI functionality that requires very little in the way of hardware resources? Basically, not looking at how can we build an AI system that will answer every question. On the other hand, looking at it at what questions can be, what type of question can be answered with the lowest resource consumption, and then start focusing on that and moving up from there, right? So it might be simple thing, like to begin with, it might be, hey, are you going to be open on Memorial Day? And so you can use a small language model in order to figure that one out. And then, from there, start building on top of that. I think that could be interesting. Let's see here. Zuckerberg said Meta is currently, quote, building agentic capabilities that can do advanced tasks such as suggesting ways to grow your business, giving you competitive intelligence and real-time insights into what's working and what's not. Quote, as our models advance, your agent will take on more and eventually help you run your whole business. So this is going to be one of the things too, is he's targeting the businesses themselves, which will get concerning. Because then... Here's the problem with Mark Zuckerberg. Like, Mark Zuckerberg shows up to your party. He's got a bottle of wine. He's got some good food with him, right? He comes to the party, and you're like, you look at your spouse, and you're like, why is it we keep saying we shouldn't invite him to the party anymore? I gotta say, Mark Zuckerberg just seems very pleasant right now. He just seems like a wonderful guy. We probably should invite him to more parties. And then like an hour and a half later, he drank his bottle of wine, plus a couple other people's bottles of wine. And he's like, ah! Like drunk and just going batshit crazy. And you're like, that's why we don't invite Mark Zuckerberg to party. Now I remember. Here's my concern with this. So part of this, right, is a user goes Facebook page or whatever, asks questions. Here's the thing though. Facebook or Meta or whatever is going to start learning more and more and more about your specific business. Think about all those questions that are being asked. It's going to learn more and more. And then as we go forward, they're going to want this to tie more and more into your systems. Again, inventory control systems, all of that kind of stuff. One of the big issues that we have with Mark Zuckerberg, right? The man I created the concept of the rapist mentality for is that he always wants more. He doesn't give a damn about consent. You can either offer him what he wants or he'll digitally roofie you. One way or the other, he's gonna get the information. So one of the concerning things, if you're a business here, is how much you tie your systems into their platform, because you don't know what is going to be leaking out from there, right? Things like if you're selling products, think to marketing companies or vendors or whatever else, selling the exact products companies have in their inventory within specific regions and possibly even price points. Like we see this with Amazon. Like Amazon is such a dirty, disgusting company. Literally, you start selling on Amazon as a vendor, they collect all this information about your sales. And then if the data looks good enough, they literally come up with competitive products to compete against the people using their platform. That's real, right? So imagine if Facebook gets all this information, not from one company or two companies. Imagine if they get this information from thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of local companies, and they start having real-time insights into everything that's going on. That could be a disaster. What happens when Mark Zuckerberg does to small business what he's done to young women? And remember, this is a company who when the Rohingya genocide was going on, literally an executive said, well, for free speech, you have to break a few eggs. Is that who you want connected into your systems? Big businesses that currently use Meta's WhatsApp business platform will be charged on a consumption basis for the new AI agent feature, similar to how they pay for every message they send to customers on the app. Customers can also access a new Meta business agent platform that lets them connect third-party data sources from services like Shopify and Zendesk, allowing them to, quote, offer personalized experiences starting within the messaging apps their customers already use, Meta said. So anyways, from a technical standpoint, this sounds like a great idea. If anybody in the world owned this company other than Mark Zuckerberg, it would seem like a great idea. But at the end of the day, Mark Zuckerberg is the CEO, and he basically essentially has all voting rights for the company. So that would make me a wee bit concerned. So what do you think about this? What do you think about Meta actually coming out with an AI product that makes sense? There's a real value proposition here. The next question is, would you trust Mark Zuckerberg enough to actually implement this into your systems? That is the hell of a question. Anyways, put your thoughts down below. If you like these episodes, do remember they're on Shopify, or not, they're not on Shopify, Spotify. There's too many companies out there. If you like these episodes, they are on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts. Link is in the doobly-doo. If you'd like to follow me on LinkedIn, there's a link down there too. With that, see y'all later.